We're here at Martinsville Speedway for the 2002 Old Dominion 500. Tony Stewart has the pole, one of our championship contenders, with Ryan Newman to his outside. Another good qualifying run for him. We're sending Brett Bodine, Rick Mass, Joe Nemechek, Shauna Robinson, and Mike Skinner home today.
Yeah, we continue to get these just giant entry lists here for all these races. It's certainly made this season interesting, that's for sure. So we see the 81 in the back there, John Andretti's in the field today. Of course, he had a win here at Martinsville Speedway. See, that, of course, will be Ron Fellows' car next year, but he's already made his 7 starts for 2002.
Yes, it will be. Say, here we come, taking the green here at Martinsville. We are racing. Good launch for Stewart, although looks like Nadeau's going to at least look a little bit to his inside going into turns 1 and 2. Thinks better of it. Yeah, and old Ryan Newman gets stuck there on the outside. Let's see, yeah, it looks like Jerry's going to get in under him, and Dale Jr.'s probably going to follow him through as well. Stewart coming across the line to get those 5 crucial bonus points in the championship. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to go 3 wide for the second position underneath both Nadeau and the 02 of Newman. We go on board here with Mark Martin running in the back half of the top 10. We see he is still stuck on the outside. He's got Jimmy Johnson down low there. There's Sterling Marlin goes by, the other driver in the championship hunt. Mark Martin still on the outside. Can he get in that hole between Rudd and Marlin? Looks like not yet. They head down the back. It looks like now Mark Martin's going to get that hole and possibly maybe get to the inside of Newman here.
Yeah, meanwhile, Tony Stewart continues to lead here at Martinsville.
Yes, Stewart putting on a great show, though it looks like Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to challenge him. Of course, they've had a couple run-ins throughout this 2002 season. Hopefully this is a clean battle. We go on board with the 8 of Earnhardt Jr. now. He has stayed on the back bumper of that 41 of Stewart. Looks like he may try to make a pass this time as they head into turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, Dale drives it in real deep there. Looks like Tony goes up the hill a little bit. And yep, there goes the 8 away. And looks like his teammate Steve Park is going to try to follow him through as well.
Earnhardt Jr. now leads here at Martinsville. So we look back at Marlin, continuing to have a decent day. He's in the 4th position right now, 2 spots behind his teammate Stewart and ahead of Mark Martin. So that's good for him. Say Mark Martin is still stuck on the outside lane. We see Adam Petty looking to the inside of him. And say good run there for Adam today. He's running inside the top 20. But yeah, we got trouble here at Martinsville. Casey Atwood around, and looks like Hermie Sadler gets into the back of him as well. That is going to erase the lead that Earnhardt Jr. has built up here. We see Sterling Marlin is now up to the 2nd position.
Yeah, that's just what Sterling wanted to see, that's for sure. Let's see what happens here. Meanwhile, I say Mark Martin's gotten back into this a little bit. You see, he's up to 3rd. And, yeah, what a comeback for him. Yeah, he was back outside the top 15.
Coming back to the green here, single file restart in the closing laps at Martinsville. Great jump for Earnhardt Jr., but even a better one from Marlin. He is to the inside of the 8 car as they head through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, that'll be huge. Of course, Sterling's going for two wins in a row here. Uh-oh, we got more trouble.
Yes, the 31 of Kenseth gets spun off the front of the 42 of Irwin, and Marlin's going to win the race back to the flag. A little bit of contact there between Mark Martin and Jimmy Johnson. And it looks like they are going to sort out there behind the leaders. So once again, a restart here at Martinsville. Marlin now the leader. And Earnhardt Jr. Make the same move he did on the previous restart?
Doesn't look like it, Bill. He's going to follow him through turns 1 and 2. So we also got to watch out there for 2nd and or 3rd and 4th position. You got Kevin Harvick's currently ahead of Jimmy Johnson. That's crucial for that rookie points battle. We got to watch which one of them finishes ahead of each other. Sterling leads another lap here.
Looks like Tony Stewart is headed down pit road. We're hearing this is an unscheduled stop, some kind of a problem on that 41 car. And oh no, Jason Leffler is around on the front stretch in front of the whole field. And with so few laps left, this may be the end of the race right here. Earnhardt Jr. takes one last look at Marlin off of turn 4. Lots of cars on pit road. And Sterling Marlin heads back to the caution flag. He's just got to follow that pace car around now to win for the 2nd week in a row. Rounding turn 4. Marlin in the lead. His championship rival, Mark Martin, in fourth. Tony Stewart going to finish deep in the running order. Sterling Marlin wins his fourth race of 2002 and the 14th of his career. And let's take a look at the point standings. In the driver points, Mark Martin's points lead closes to just 12 after Marlin's win.
And see here, Kevin Harvick is up over 6 points by Jimmy Johnson. Say that. Second in the rookies.
And now we're at Atlanta, which hosted the season finale last year. Now the fourth to the last race, the Napa 500. Ryan Newman, another front row start for him. He gets the pole today with Jeff Burton to his outside. 8 cars getting sent home today, including Ricky Craven. We're hearing that 32 team is not too happy about getting sent home today.
Yeah, the 96 has been doing better than him. Say, one of the cars in the field today, not him, is Kerry Earnhardt making his debut on the season there in the 81. We also got Jack Sprague there in the 0 again, and we got to talk about Ken Schrader.
Yeah, so we're hearing that he will move to PPI Motorsports starting next week, remain there for 2003. Jamie McMurray, who's in the Busch Series right now, is expected to take over that 36 car.
Yeah, well, as we mentioned, the team's not been too happy with Ricky Craven. The 96 has been doing a lot better than him with Jimmy Spencer, so good opportunity for Ken to get acclimated with his new team starting next week, and for Jamie to make some Winston Cup starts. But yeah, I hope Ricky can land on his feet, because that's a tough deal getting released with 3 weeks left in the season.
Yes, that it is, Chip. The pace car is heading down pit road, wheel in the hands of Newman and Jeff Burton, and we are racing at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
So Mark Martin goes all the way up there 3 wide, the outside of his teammate and his championship rival Sterling Marlin there. Looks like that's not going to stick, and looks like Jeff Burton will hold on for the second position right now. Meanwhile, Ryan Newman's just saying, you guys can keep fighting this out back there in the rearview mirror.
Looks like Marlin's going to look to the inside of Burton, who slips up the racetrack a little bit through turns 3 and 4. Newman taking a higher line off the corner. He is going to lead this first lap. Meanwhile, Mark Martin trying the 3 wide move once again on the bottom this time.
Yeah, we got our 3 championship contenders all lined up in a row there. Tony trying to get back into this after losing some points last week. There goes Mark to the inside of Jeff Burton, and here comes Sterling to the inside of Ryan Newman, going to get 5 bonus points so he can hold on to the line here.
Going to be a drag race back to the stripe this time, but Marlin does get it. Meanwhile, Stewart has now to the inside of Jeff Burton as Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Steve Park try to battle their way into the top 5.
Yeah, Sterling, of course, he's going for 3 in a row right now in that 40 car. He's won the last 2 at Charlotte and Martinsville. He really turned on the Jets this time last year. Of course, he won the fall race at Atlanta last year, so he's having a great one. Meanwhile, look at this kid.
Yeah, Kevin Harvick having another great run today. Again, he's now only 6 points ahead of Jimmy Johnson in the rookie standings, and that has a special point system only accounting for the rookie contenders and their best 19 races. So Jimmy Johnson, despite finishing behind Harvick last week, actually gained points on him because that replaced a worse finish out of his 19, finishing second out of the rookies. Meanwhile, we go on board with Dale Earnhardt Jr. He is looking to the inside of Mark Martin for the lead. Mark Martin got 5 bonus points there for leading a lap, as Harvick now starting to battle his way into the battle for the lead right now. And our championship contenders are going to go 3 wide down the back straightaway behind Earnhardt Jr.
Don't get much better than that. Got 3 championship guys. Who knows? Maybe they'll all wreck Bill, and that'd be an interesting twist in this championship. Maybe Casey Atwood could get back in the championship battle if that happened.
Earnhardt Jr. Still leading. I do feel like it should not go unqualified chips for Mark earlier about the championship contenders wrecking. It's worth noting, I did the math. Casey Atwood, Chip, I hate to tell you, could not get back into this championship battle even if they all crashed.
Well, dang it, Bill, you had to ruin my fun there.
Anyway, Earnhardt Jr. and Mark Martin head down pit road now. We see some cars that came in the lap before. Scott Wimmer in the 29 and got Mike Skinner in the 14. See, Ryan Newman is the 3rd car on this lap to come down pit road.
Yeah, but to see it's, these green flag stops are always kind of interesting to see who can get off pit road the fastest. There goes the 8 in. And here comes the 6. And there's the 02 coming in. He had the pulse, so he get that number 1 pit stall.
And the 6 is away, and that's ahead of the 8, so Mark Martin potentially with the chance to take the lead here at Atlanta if he can beat his competitors on the merge here.
Yeah, say Gordon and Bush and hey, there's Casey Atwood. Those guys are, of course, all lapped down. See King Schrader back there in the 36. Meanwhile, we go back to pit road. Say the 8's still on pit road. I don't know what happened with Junior, but Tony Stewart and Jeff Burton coming off pit road now. The question's going to be, where are they going to merge in relation to Mark?
Mark Martin currently on the front stretch, headed towards where these two guys are in turns 1 and 2. Let's see, currently Stewart is ahead, but he is still getting up to speed. We see the 6 car coming into view now. Mark Martin roaring down the back. Stewart is going to merge, but it's not going to be in enough time, I don't think. Going to be close. Martin to the outside. Off the corner. Let's see. Looks like Martin's going to have the momentum coming down the front stretch. He leads the line. Can he clear Stewart? It looks like he will going into turns 1 and 2.
Yep, and look at that. They just both blew by Sterling Marlin on the apron there. So there's Ted Musgrave, too. He's lapped down. They're passing him, but except maybe they're not out of the woods yet. Look at this kid. Jimmy Johnson just merged in front of them.
But looks like Martin and Stewart will go ahead and pass Johnson there. So there we go on board with Mark Martin. There is some lap traffic ahead for him, so he's not out of the woods yet in relation to Tony Stewart.
Yeah, he's going to have to really navigate these guys. Of course, we got some rookies in this group. Got Kurt Busch up there, and so Jason Leffler's got to watch out for that. Looks like he's going to go to the inside there, try to pass Adam Petty and the 55 there of Kenny Wallace. And looks like Jimmy is going to try to follow him through, as is Tony. But now Kurt Busch holding him up a bit.
Yes, he is, and we see they're all still running nose to tail single file there. We see Jeff Burton starting to come back into view, as does Kevin Harvick in the 40 of Sterling Marlin there. Johnson takes a look to the inside of Martin going into turns 3 and 4, but not going to make anything of it as Martin goes 3 wide underneath Johnson's fellow rookies, Kurt Busch and Jason Leffler. Now the 2 car of Rusty Wallace is the next one to lap. He's probably going to put up a little bit more of a fight here. Really holding up Mark Martin right now. That's going to allow Leffler to actually get back past these guys, back onto the lead lap momentarily as they come up on Leffler's teammate of the 18 of Bobby Labonte, as well as the 77 of Joe Nemechek there.
Mark looks like he's finally going to maybe get to the inside of Rusty down the front stretch here, so that's really allowed Sterling to get back in this battle as the white flag comes out. Can Mark hold on for another mile and a half? Those guys, look at that, Jimmy's right on the back bumper. He's just hoping Kurt will come down or something right now.
Of course, it's crucial that Johnson is running in second right now because he's in that rookie fight with Kevin Harvick. He's set to be the highest finishing rookie in this race and gain some more points on that. Coming off of turn 4, he's going to try to make a run at Mark Martin, but I think he's going to run out of time. At the line, Mark Martin, the points leader, extends his championship lead with his second win of 2002. So with his win, Mark Martin extends his lead to 32 over Marlin and 111 over Stewart. And meanwhile, in the rookie points, Johnson now just 3 points behind Harvick. We're here in NASCAR's home state of North Carolina at North Carolina Speedway for the 2002 Pop Secret Microwave Popcorn 400. Last week's winner, Mark Martin, is the pole center with his teammate Jeff Burton to the outside. Only 7 cars going home this week. We've got a Winston Cup debut happening today. Actually, 2 of them. First of all, Ricky Hendrick. This 17 car, 5th car for Hendrick Motorsports today. He's in the Busch Series right now. Also, Jamie McMurray, as we mentioned last week, making his Cup debut in that 36 car. Ken Schrader is actually running the 96 today. The 32 is low in owner points, so he failed to qualify. Part of the deal in the move to PPI Motorsports was that he'd be guaranteed in the field no matter which car made the race these final 3 weeks. So he displaces Spencer in today's race, and Mark Martin leads them to the green.
Yeah, a lot of movement happening in the back of the field. It's good to see Ricky Hendrick in this race today, although I don't know if we need any more Hendrick cars out there. They're pretty dominant already. But, yeah, single file off of back stretch here, first lap. Mark up to that second row there. Looks like Kevin Harvick gets a wall there a little bit off the corner as Mark gets those 5 bonus points for leading the first lap there.
Bonus points mean everything right now. Just 12 points separate our 2 championship leaders. Uh-oh, we got a spinner here. 2 former champions, actually 3 champions involved up, and Bill Elliott decided he's not done wrecking.
Yeah, I know, that seems like fun, just plowing a Bobby Labonte there if you're Bill Elliott, but yeah, Mark's going to win the race back to caution. Let's see what the heck happened here. Man, it looks like that's just an amateur hour by Bobby there. Looks like he almost got his brother taken out, and then, yeah, poor Jamie McMurray gets taken out in his Cup debut in a 36 car.
Meanwhile, Mark Martin is going to come down pit road, and based on what I'm seeing behind him, it looks like that might be kind of a lonely place right now.
Yeah, that's going to leave Dale Jr. out to be the race leader, although we'll see those tires may help Mark out in this race.
Well, Mark Martin deep in the field right now, the first one without any damage. We see Jamie McMurray and Kenny Wallace behind him. We see the lap car of Terry Labonte will be to the inside of Dale Earnhardt Jr. on this restart. Tony Stewart has got to be pretty happy about the position Martin's in right now, running in third.
Yeah, that he has to be if he comes to the restart here. Great jump for Dale Jr., but yeah, he comes into this race 100 points back of the leader, so he definitely needs to make some up, and that's the way you do it right now.
Meanwhile, his teammate Sterling Marlin, who's trying to pass him for that third position right now, he is currently provisionally the points leader. Also, can we talk about these Petty Enterprises cars of Adam Petty, Todd Bodine? They are running in the top 10 right now. They just passed Sterling Marlin there, and they're in the top 5.
Yeah, that's great for them. So we also got Kerry Earnhardt in that 4th DEI car is running up there right now, having a strong run too. We also got the 91 in the field today once again. Jamie Mayfield is making his second start for Everham Motorsports there, having a good run. And here he is. Here's Johnny again. He's having a good run today at Rockingham in the top 10. And top 5 actually trying to close in on Tony Stewart for that 3rd position. Man, look at Todd Bodine still in there. He's battling Kevin Harvick for the 5th position.
Look at this. Marlin heads down pit road, as does Atwood for green flag pit stop. So maybe Mark Martin's crew chief Pat Bryson had the smart strategy call there after all.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of different strategies going on right now. See, Mark has made up some spots. He's passed Irwin. He's passing Bobby Hamilton in 92 right now. Now he's set sail on Rick Mast here. But, yeah, we'll have to just kind of see how this works out. There's Rusty slowing up a little bit more than him, too.
Meanwhile, Jimmy Johnson has taken the race lead here over Earnhardt Jr., and Tony Stewart is closing in on Earnhardt Jr.'s back bumper as well. We go on board with him.
Yeah, Tony maybe one with the target on his car, but Jimmy is the one with the target on his back right now. Man, I just love me some targets.
Yeah, you definitely do, Chip, and Jimmy Johnson still leading here, but Tony Stewart is still closing in.
Yeah, that target machine, that's awesome, man. We love target.
You know, that's the second time you said that today, Chip. I'm beginning to wonder if that's a paid endorsement. Meanwhile, we are back on board with Tony Stewart, as looks like Jimmy Johnson is going to give him an opening here off of turn 4. They head down the front stretch. Johnson leads that lap, but as we go on board the helicopter, it looks like not for long.
Yeah, Tony to the inside there, off of the corner. Beautiful pass, and he's leading here at the rock. And that's great for him. Going to get those 5 bonus points. Meanwhile, look at this kid in 3rd place. Old Johnny, he's having a good run. He's passed Dale Jr. for that 3rd position. Of course, he got his first victory a few weeks ago at Richmond, so that's pretty cool to get a second one. We look on the far out cam here, see he's catching up to them leaders. Meanwhile, speaking of where other drivers are, I got Kevin Harvick there running back after the top 10. having a decent run today, but once again, bleeding some points to Jimmy in them rookie standings.
Yes, certainly Harvick has got to figure something out if he wants to keep Johnson down for Rookie of the Year. Also, we just have to give another shout out to Kerry Earnhardt there in his rear view mirror. Meanwhile, look who has all of them in his sights. That's Mark Martin as he's battled back into the top 15 just past Jeremy Mayfield there. Coming up on Ken Schrader in that 96 car.
Yeah, he's having a great day. Ken had a good first outing for PPI Motorsports as well. So I wonder what PPI stands for. Of course, that stands for pounds per square inch. So maybe that's what PPI stands for in racing too. I don't know.
Well, Chip, I have no idea either. But Tony Stewart is still leading here at Rockingham. Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, and I've been waiting to say this all day.
Oh boy, just go ahead and do it, Chip.
Here's Johnny.
Johnny Benson, yes, you're right, Chip, has caught up to leader Tony Stewart here. He took a look to the inside there through turns 1 and 2, but has not made the pass yet. As they head through turns 3 and 4, looks like he's going to stay right in the back bumper of that Target Dodge. And take a look to the inside down the front stretch.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson say he's hey, Pop Secret, he's got his popcorn. I was going to say he's got a popcorn, but yeah, Pop Secret, love that.
Another paid endorsement for Chip, I see, but yes, Jimmy Johnson does have a front row seat for this great battle for the win. We go on board with Benson. We're going to give you a front row seat as Benson looks to the inside of Stewart. Going to make a great pass off of turn 4, and he is going to lead at the line here.
Yeah, that's great for Johnny. Say, look who also is coming. That's Mark Martin here. He looks to the inside of Ryan Newman. He's back in the top 10 now.
Yes, he is having a great day. See, he's passed several cars there. The 81 of Earnhardt, 45 of Petty. They're all having good days, but no match for Mark Martin. Meanwhile, Jimmy Johnson has gotten around Stewart for the 2nd position. It looks like Steve Park is working on him for 3rd as well. Benson now in some lap traffic. Will that allow Johnson a chance to catch up? Johnson's teammate Terry Labonte is the one holding him up. And Johnson goes to the inside there as Benson gets the wall a little bit, and we got cars on the apron. It was crazy for the lead right now.
Yeah, Jimmy's got to slow way up there in turn 1 to get around all these lap cars. That's going to slow him down. Meanwhile, looks like Tony got back by Johnny, and now Johnny's managed to clear all these lap cars.
Yes, that was masterful driving for the driver of the 10 through that pack. Meanwhile, we look back at Harvick. Yeah, just he has to be slamming the steering wheel right now. We thought he had Rookie of the Year all locked up, but as they run right now, I think Jimmy Johnson's going to be about tied with him for that. And speaking of Hendrick Motorsports and Jimmy Johnson, take a look at this. Ricky Hendrick is slicing and dicing there in the top 15 with Ken Schrader, Jeremy Mayfield, and Adam Petty ahead of this group as well. They're all having a great day.
Yeah, it's fun to see these guys having good days. Meanwhile, look at this. Mark Martin's march to the front. He's about to pass Jimmy Johnson, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, Mark Martin, do I have that right? He's up to the 5th position, because, yeah, Park is still ahead of him right now, too. But that is incredible right now.
And there comes Benson. He took the white flag. Nobody in sight. Jeff Gordon's a lap car. Crazy to be saying that. And he's just got to keep the wheels on that thing, and he'll have himself a second career Winston Cup win.
Johnny Benson may not be in the championship hunt, but certainly he is racking up the money this season. Johnny Benson gets his 2nd Winston Cup win, both coming in 2002. Tony Stewart takes the 2nd position. A disastrous day for Marlin in the points as he falls to 3rd, 99 back. Stewart closes into 86 points behind Martin. Meanwhile, Kevin Harvick just 1 point ahead of Jimmy Johnson. Race 36, which was previously the record for most races in the season, takes place at the Phoenix International Raceway. Tony Stewart, last week's runner-up, has the pole. His teammate Sterling Marlin to the outside. We've got Mark Martin starting 4th. Meanwhile, Ken Schrader heads home again in the 32, but once again he will be driving the 96 today. 2 less cars. And the Chip Ganassi Dodges are going to lead us to green here at Phoenix. And we are racing on the Checker Auto Parts 500.
Of course, that's 500 kilometers, just to be clear here, Bill. They're changing it up here. We got the metric system. They didn't teach me that in school. Anyway, so yeah, I'll have to read up on that over the left and how that metric system works.
Yeah, you do that, Chip. Coming off of turn 4. Oh, man, Marlin scrapes the wall a little bit. Tony Stewart can lead that first lap, and looks like not for long. Here comes Jimmy Johnson to his inside.
Yep, Jimmy Johnson continuing his battle back into the Rookie of the Year fight. Of course, he was down big time to Kevin Harvick. He's now just 1 point behind Kevin Harvick, the Rookie of the Year, so that'd be big. Meanwhile, take a look at this. Mark Martin goes to the inside. Tony Stewart off of turn 4.
Yeah, and Tony, just like his teammate last lap, is going to get the wall there a little bit. Say that's going to cost him spots to Terry Labonte, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Johnny Benson, last week's winner. They head down the backstretch here. Jimmy Johnson continues to lead with Mark Martin in second, Labonte in third. Jimmy Johnson still leads here at Phoenix International Raceway, but he's got company from last week's winner, Q Chip.
Here's Johnny.
Yes, Johnny Benson is in the second position right now. We look back at Kevin Harvick, once again having a good day, running in the top 10, but Jimmy Johnson is just outrunning him right now.
Yeah, these two guys, I tell you what, if they ever in a championship battle as good as this Rookie of the Year battle, that's going to be something. They are pushing each other to new heights. So speaking of pushing each other, Johnny is going for the lead here. Can he go 2 in a row? That'd be 3 out of the last 10.
Yes, what a move by Benson. Johnson knows that while he'd love another Winston Cup win, that's not really his fight. It's just Kevin Harvick he has to keep behind him, so why not let Benson go? Although it looks like he's going to try to battle back to the inside, make the crossover down the front stretch.
Yeah, here goes Mark Martin. We got the white flag in the air. Mark Martin's coming into view, and Jimmy's back to the inside of Johnny. They are side by side. I think Jimmy's got the advantage as they head down the back here. And although Mark, he may not be out of this. These two guys wrecked or something. And, well, Jimmy gets the apron there a little bit. Going to allow Johnny to stay in it. Going to be close off the corner. Johnny, watch out. Up, he got the wall.
And Jimmy Johnson gets a 5th career win as a rookie. That is by far the record now. Mark Martin has 91 points on Tony Stewart heading into the final race. It's not insurmountable, but he really just needs to finish. And Johnson, now the Rookie of the Year leader by 2 points. And for a record 37th time, the Winston Cup Series will suit up for the final time in 2002. The Ford 400 is led off by Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kenny Irwin Jr.
Hey, 2 juniors on the front row. That's pretty cool.
Meanwhile, we've got 8 cars going home, including Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s brother, Kerry. We take a look back here at Jeff Green is in the field with us today. So he attempted at Rockingham as well, but did not make the show. He will be in this AT&T colors all year next year, although it'll be the 55, not the 33. This man here, Jimmy Johnson, trying to become Rookie of the Year. He's won a record 5 races, but technically Kevin Harvick could take it back from him today if he had the highest finishing rookie performance, and Johnson did not. Meanwhile, we take a look here. Mark Martin and Tony Stewart there on that row together. Mark Martin comes in with an 86-point lead, so he just mostly needs to finish today to finally take the Winston Cup after all those years of trying. As Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kenny Irwin Jr. get ready to lead them to the green flag, Chip and I just want to say thank you once again for joining us for this great season of NASCAR racing. And we are under green flag here at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Yeah, Junebug got a great jump there over Kenny. Say he's driving into turn 1, 2 pretty deep. Say there goes Kurt Busch inside of Kenny off of turns 1 and 2. Kenny gets the wall a little bit, and Tony knows he's got to go. So you got to just do everything you can if you're Tony. Although it looks like he's going a little too much, got on the apron there. But yeah, he does not control his own destiny. Even if he wins this race, he's going to need Mark to have a bad day. So just, Tony, if I was you, I'd just slam on the brakes right now and run Mark off the road, and then you can't control your own destiny.
I am so glad you're not a crew chief, Chip. Meanwhile, Kevin Harvick also barely able to control his own destiny at that. Say not only does he need to be the highest finishing rookie, but he needs Jimmy Johnson to not be the second. We go on board with Mark Martin. He looks to the inside of Tony Stewart for that second position as Dale Earnhardt Jr. continues to lead here at Homestead. Mark Martin does not need to win. He probably doesn't even need to finish in the top 20. He really just needs to keep it clean today, so expect him to put up a good fight with Earnhardt Jr., but a clean fight, because he just needs to finish to win that Winston Cup.
Yeah, keep the eyes on the big prize, not fries, although I would like some fries. Say, Bill, if you'd like to place an order, that'd be awesome. Dave Mark's looking at the inside here of Dale Earnhardt Jr. There goes Tony coming back into view as well.
Yeah, Tony Stewart cannot be too happy that Mark just got 5 bonus points for leading a lap. That's just one less opportunity he has to make up points on him. But that's not going to stop him from trying to drive it in here in turns 3 and 4.
Come on, Tony, just finish them off. Wreck old Mark.
Jeez, Chip, you knock it off with this wrecking stuff. Anyway, Mark Martin leads at the line this time here at Homestead, as Tony Stewart looks to lead the next time by. What does Earnhardt Jr. do?
Yeah, I don't know, Bill. Looks like he's going to try to follow Tony through the inside, but Mark's going to get that better run off the top going down the backstretch. Look back here at Kevin Harvick. Say he is ahead of Jimmy Johnson right now. He's passing Ryan Newman and Kurt Busch, but that may not be enough. As Jimmy, it's just hard to make up those rookie points with how the drop weeks and all that math stuff. I'll have to learn how to do that in the offseason too on the commitment system, but say Kevin, though, I don't think he controls his own fate right now.
Tony Stewart, meanwhile, still leads, also not controlling his own fate, as Mark Martin runs in the second position right now. Okay, we've got Greg Biffle there in 4th place, having another good run today. Of course, he's still looking for that first career Winston Cup win. As here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. back to the back bumper of Mark Martin.
Yeah, he's really stayed with these two guys. Sometimes you lose that clean air and you start to fall back a bit. But Dale Jr. having a real nice run today. And we talked about Greg earlier having a good run, and of course he's about to get passed by Kevin Harvick for that 5th position as Jared Nadeau runs up there as well. We're heading to turn 3 here. See, Dale Jr. just trying to pass Mark, because it's hard to pass him. It's so flat. Although I hear they're going to renovate this place in the off season.
Yes, they do plan to do that, Chip. They're going to put in progressive banking here at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Progressive banking, is there such a thing as like conservative banking too? What about libertarian banking, communist banking, fascist banking?
See, not that kind of progressive, Chip. I mean progressive in terms of that it increases over time.
Hey, just saying, maybe they have those things. I'd be real interested to see what a libertarian banking looks like. Will they like choose your own banking or something? You have to build it yourself.
Anyway, as Chip continues to look into that, Dale Earnhardt Jr. has better things on his mind, like taking the lead of this race. Mark Martin's going to lead them back to the stripe this time, but Earnhardt Jr. looks like he's going to get past Tony Stewart as well.
Last year did take Sterling winning this race.
And Mark Martin caught behind the lap car of Dale Jarrett. That's going to allow Jerry Nadeau and Kevin Harvick to get back into this battle for the lead as well. Mark Martin up the racetrack a little bit there, and looks like that's going to allow Earnhardt Jr. to at least stay with his bumper down the backstretch. Meanwhile, Harvick, first one up in that second lane, trying to make it work. That has not worked all day in clean air, but if Jarrett can hold up these leaders, he might be able to make it work under these conditions. He's up to 4th there, now going for 3rd on the outside of Stewart. They're going to head down the front stretch here. It looks like he's to the outside of Earnhardt Jr. as well.
Yeah, Mark's not going to risk going up there in the marbles. Looks like he's just going to stay behind Jarrett. Looks like Kevin, man, he goes way above the cushion there. It looks like he's going to make it stick. Kevin Harvick leading here at Homestead in the final laps.
Kevin Harvick has finished runner-up in the Winston Cup Series. He's had the most laps in a Winston Cup race, but he has not sealed the deal yet. He's also trying to seal the deal on a Rookie of the Year title, although that is looking less and less likely.
Yes, it is. We'll have to see what the points come out to be with everything. I'll tell you one thing that is very likely, that's this man Mark Martin taking on the Winston Cup. He's got to be real excited.
Yes, just a few laps remaining for Mark Martin to finally get his championship. He's finished second to Dale Earnhardt before. He's finished second to Jeff Gordon, two of the greats. Meanwhile, we look back at Jimmie Johnson, who does appear to be poised to win Rookie of the Year. Actually, as we're reading it, Jimmie Johnson and Kevin Harvick would tie for Rookie of the Year, but because Johnson would have 5 wins to Harvick's either 0 or 1, that would give him the tiebreaker.
Man, that is just nuts that it could come down to that. Still, though, I got to say, even if Kevin doesn't win a tiebreaker, he's had one heck of a season. That is just great. Really, this whole Richard Childress Racing organization, they won one race with this man here, Matt Kenseth, and of course Dale Sr. We'll say, where's Dale at right now? He won 2 races early in the season. And there's Dale. So he's looking the inside of James McMurray there in the 36 car. They just had a banner year. They're going to win, if Harvick holds on 4 races, that'll be the most they've won since 95. And they've got a great young team right now.
As Harvick continues to lead here, Mark Martin putting a little pressure on him, but not too much. We just have to say what a rookie fight it has been this year. We've had 6 amazing rookies. Kevin Harvick looking to take the 6th victory for a rookie this year. I think next year is going to be even better, perhaps. We've got Ron Fellows, we've got Jamie McMurray, we've got Jack Sprague for that new number 0 team, and just announced this week, Robert Yates Racing, and they're going to change the 28 to the 38, and they are going to run Casey Kane of the Busch Series in their second entry alongside 1999 champion Dale Jarrett. So we've got 4 great rookies for next year. Should be an exciting battle, although we've got one more exciting battle left in 2002 for us, as Mark Martin has decided, why not try to win the race too and not just the title today.
Why not if you're Mark? Go for it. He's not going to push Kevin too hard here, but he doesn't want to have to share first race celebration. That's no fun.
Oh, I think it'll be plenty fun if he wins the title. But white flags in the air. Harvick leads them down the front stretch. Looks like Mark Martin's backed off a little bit, but who knows? Maybe he'll make one more try. But we just have to say what a season this has been, and what really encapsulates that is that we're about to break another record. If Kevin Harvick wins this race, he will be the 20th different winner in 2002. That will be a record. Just like this man here, Jimmie Johnson set a record 5 wins, the most for a rookie. It looks like he is going to be the Rookie of the Year on the tiebreaker, but Kevin Harvick is going to win the race, and Mark Martin is finally a NASCAR Winston Cup Series champion. That is absolutely an incredible story. He's the 26th driver to win the Winston Cup. He's previously finished second in points 3 times. Tony Stewart is the runner-up, 111 points back. Meanwhile, we see, Johnson and Harvick tie 9 points ahead of everybody else. And here's our 2002 most popular driver, Dave Blaney, the breakout star. He won 2 races, his first 2 races ever. And that's got to be incredible for him. But even more incredible is this man, Mark Martin, the 2002 NASCAR Winston Cup Series champion. Until next year, this is Bill and Chip signing off.